talking about pictures and analyzing them, check to see all the little elements, break it down. You know, it is kind of fun, but it's not what happens here. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Somebody got harmed, or something got harmed usually, but also so-called good pictures. Make sure that they're authentic. You know, fake news. I didn't come up with that term. You know who came up with it. And I can tell you how fake some of it is. You know, some of it is good. There are some good people out there. They've interviewed me. I've interviewed some people too. And, you know, I don't have a problem with them. There's some that are on the fence. There are some that, like, wow. And, you know, it's kind of sad because I don't think all of them are necessarily bad people, but they're in a predicament. Who doesn't want to get a good paycheck? Who doesn't want to get notoriety? Who doesn't want to, you know, I guess grandstand in a way or something? You know, makes you feel elevated. But find your sense of self and direction from Jesus Christ and God. Then you don't have to worry about who's grandstanding and stuff like that. I just like to promote people. Anyway, okay, so, you know, check out the details of the pictures. Break it down. You know, like I was saying, wait a minute, how could this end of the car be so obliterated when it hit? And it could, like the cop said, it couldn't have gone that speed to have caused anything near this because there's a curve on that street. I know that location. You know, things like that. And, you know, you could go to that location and check it out too. You can Google map it. You can do a lot of different things and just verify facts. You know, news reporters, they're supposed to, and I'm a journalist too, we are supposed to uphold a lot of integrity. So basically what's happened, remember I did the 7 Pillars of Society one? And the connections and all that? Well, guys, guess what? We've been infiltrated. We, as a society. And I think a lot of people are just lying about a lot of things to cover up what's really going on. But really what's going on is right before our eyes. Remember how I said, let's go back here. It's an illusion. It's all, right?
Yeah.
My friend? It's an illusion. Which is filled with the terms redirection, the sleight of hand. And just think, who likes to do that kind of stuff? There is a company that is very notoriously known for being magicians in a sense. And I'm not talking about real magicians. That would be too obvious. I'm talking about people who pull this stuff off right in front of our eyes. Okay, so we heard about President Trump today mentioning about, what did he say? What was it again? That Iraq and that dude did not knock down the World Trade Center.
That is correct.
Yeah. Well, I've had my theories, and we have actually recorded it on here before we knew, you know, taking pictures because we draw things out, like, obviously, and just talking hypothetics and, you know, trying to figure things out. And so they know we know. The people who spiked this device.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, fine, whatever. I think a lot of people actually know. But, you know, even with 9/11, the illusionists, come on now. Do your research, people, on this one thing. This is very interesting. So we have the 9/11 Commission report. It was sold for like $5, $10, really, really cheap. They wanted a lot of people to pick it up for a reason, because that was going to be the narrative, whether we liked it or not. And it's about 2.5, 3 inches thick. And you read it, it's like, after a while you skip through things. And I don't recall was it building 7?
I believe so.
No mention of it. Look online too. You can look. I'm not making this stuff up. It's not my research, but I researched it and found this stuff. And it connects to all of this. I'll show you how. The illusionist thing. So the reporter is speaking, saying that World Trade Center 7 already went down. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
And behind her, it's still there. And it's a live feed. Okay, how did she know it was gonna go down? This woman is not known for premonitions. She said it was already down. The lady needed to look behind herself. I mean, wasn't that weird?
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work that way, I get it. But, you know, oh my god, I wish she was reading a script, and why? There's a lot of people who are like saying, there's something going on about that. I'm not the only one. You know, what really bothers me about the whole thing is that lives were lost. Go look at that video of, and again, I didn't make this up. This wasn't my research. It wasn't my clip. I wasn't there. My family was, but that's a different story. I was in Vegas when it happened. You were little.
Hmm.
I slept with our son, not with him, but in his room. I pulled his top bunk mattress off the top bunk frame, and he was sleeping in the bottom one because the bottom one was bigger. You like the bigger mattress, and I slept there, and I had my hand on him all night. I don't know why. Now I do, after the morning after. I think a lot of people get a sense of these things. Something very evil. I'm very sensitive to evil, and I just knew something was going on. I don't know. But, you know, the whole thing with that is, look at that one clip. The guy says, go back into the building and it's burning. But then we looked up the fire codes and everything like that. You're not supposed to tell somebody to go back into a burning building. You must evacuate. It's even on the little signs that they post. They have to put it every exit, every stairwell floor, so people know what to do, because when you're panicking, sometimes you're like, wait, where do I go? What do I do? And that's why you practice and escape, that is, right? There's something wrong with that. Why? To make the casualty numbers higher? You hear that? You know, more marketing? Really, what is the purpose for that? They cleaned it up awfully quick. They had the narrative before there was an investigation, before anybody knew what was going on. It was blasted out. This is what it is, shoving it down our throats. Remember that?
Yeah.
For a whole week, it was like that. It's like, oh, okay, you stop already. I had to turn it off. I was like, we're brainwashed enough, you know? We get it. You want us to believe this. Okay. I just don't like it because lives were lost. I don't like it because somebody conspired something, obviously. I don't know any more than that. But, you know, ask these questions. It's just weird that the 9/11 Commission report is like, where's Building 7? That's kind of important. What is actually going on here? My dad always says, follow the money. I'm too tired. I don't want to investigate that, right? We kind of get the jive of what's going on, and, you know, whatever, you guys do that. But the point I'm making, why did I bring it up? Not only because President Trump brought it up, and I don't know, he didn't do the State of the Union speech. It was something we heard, a little soundbite for that. And I'm like, oh, that's really, right? It was really interesting.
Yeah.
And what does this have to do with everything? Okay. But, ooh, I went too far, guys. Hold on. It's all part of, you know, there we are. Illusion. Sleight of hand, redirect, force feeding the narrative, you know, all of that. So, you know, control, mechanism, all of these things. Know thy enemy. Okay. I'm not the one that these people need to be worrying about. There are people and scientists and all these other people who already figured out all this stuff. Go bother them. You got to think of it. Why are they so, you know, hard pressing and trying to destroy me and keep me from doing what I'm doing or trying to do? They must be afraid of me. Must be afraid of my voice, my art, my power that I have. And because I can't be bought. Oh, they enticed. Let me tell you something. But you know what? I don't like the hint dropping enticement. Approach me on a human level. Let's create contracts. Let's protect both parties. Let's do this genuinely. I don't like this hint droppy thing. because you can get it wrong, right? That's why I did this thing. Because I can't get more blatant than this without actually, you know. You are protected. It's me who's doing it. All this time I was really trying to do something. Okay. So, yeah. Very interesting. So, you know, all of these things you must learn. You want to survive. You don't have to be a movie star. Just to be a regular person. I consider myself kind of in between both worlds. Some days I'm in La La Land and some days I'm a regular person. I've got some weirdness going on. And I'm actually very, 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 very famous and well known amongst all the corporate CEOs, whether they're good or bad people, whether they behave good or bad. Very strange place to be, but whatever. Hey guys, how you liking the video tonight? Come on now. Thanks to you, that's why this marker's brand name is gaffer taped up. Because, you know, I can't endorse anything. I love doing it. Free endorsements for no reason, just because I like doing that. But then all my words are starting to be marketed. Oh, she must like that company and she'll be least likely to press charges against them and go after them and us and find out. And so, right? So they marketed to those people my stuff. You know, it doesn't matter what object it was. I talk about everything, so they were going to find something that would match eventually. And I'm like, I don't think you're doing it anymore. We caught on. You got that one company for sure to blame for that. Guys, go after them. Just saying, you know. Okay, so let me make sure that I said everything that I wanted to. And if I think of something else, it's my prerogative. I can make another video, and it's your prerogative whether you want to watch or not. This is for you. I get nothing out of this. Absolutely nothing. I talked about the wills and marrying people off to create access into the inner circle, or intellectual property rights being cajoled by a person who works for the corporation, saying, oh, you know what, I'm already married to that person I was married to is gone, they did all these works for you, you know what, I'll just sign away the residuals to you. Example. Maybe it's a myth, maybe not. I don't have to prove it either way. Influence, TV, radio. Oh, sure. I want to talk about that a little bit again. You know, influence. Guys, it's propaganda. Propaganda could be good or bad. You know that. Propaganda, the word just has a negative connotative attachment to it. But it could be good or bad. This is power. It can be. And in the wrong hands, it dehumanizes. It distorts. It lies. It controls things in a bad way. Puts people in a bad light. Recapping then, I guess, right? Superstardom, you know, it's the hazing process. They vet you. Follow the carrot little person. And they make sure that they know that, let you know that you are where you are because of them. We don't run stuff that way. You're like, you are where you are because you meshed up with the part, you did good, and God bless you. That's how it should be, right? Achilles heel, you know, they exploit us, evil, bad people. Doesn't matter where they are. It can be in any field, any of the 7 pillars of society. It can even be within your own family. Jeez. Look at the Bible and all that garbage that went on, even with family members. But, you know, be careful of all of this. If you're going to have something and you find a weakness and you want to protect yourself, make it a strength. I covered the 9/11 thing briefly, didn't I? Yeah. Somebody needs to look into that. Oh, and then remember when we were driving around Griffith Park and I said 9/11? They really have to rebrand that because it's like a thing now. You know, because it was 911, you dial 911, haha, nice joke, not funny. You know?
Yeah.
And so I think I said that, obviously I was heard, because there was somebody who was like trying to rebrand that into something else, because it was so negative. It was supposed to be a positive thing. Save your life, call 911. Oh really? Something happens on 9/11, all these people die. You see how that works? Illusionist marketing. I'm not saying a marketing company did that, but isn't that what that, it's kind of like a marketing thing. It's how you market something. You come up with an idea, you put it into the world, and you hype it up with media. I don't know. Maybe I do know. Okay, pictures, really look at what they're citing, make sure it's true. I can't tell you how many times I've seen clickbait thumbnails, not only were part of my face used in it, but it was also not applicable, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to get under my skin and get a reaction from me. So there's this one network, or not network, what do you call it? Website, and we're not frequenting it anymore. But they would put certain pictures. You know how I was saying the red ribbon, they thought it was a really bad thing. Oh, and then they jumped to the yellow dress because they said, hey, you know, let's put up the yellow dress story, or the element in my story up online and see what comes back. Let's see if they switch the tormenting color, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they did. It was hilarious. And then I don't know why these people, well, no, I do know, because they're just, I don't know, they think that I'm gonna just crumble up and die. Oh my god, it's a yellow something. Now you're gonna piss me off because I know what you're doing. And I'm like, oh great, screenshot that, send it to the government, you know, let them sort it out. So check the little notations under there and make sure it matches up to what it's saying. If it's not, write into that news station and say, can you guys at least use the applicable pictures? With this device, we went to Balboa Park. Oh geez, here's another story. Right? Remember this?
Yeah.
And we were just wanting to feed the ducks. It was still after the accident. I'm like, I don't feel too good, but let's get the body working. Let's get it rolling. And I wanted to see and test, can I do jumps? It was an open space, right? What kind of jumps can I do? I think I did 3. And they weren't that good. I don't even want to share them. They weren't that good. But the place where they rent out the swans, they have beautiful new swans now. And I've been talking about how lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place, right? That was the story, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know if it was, I don't know which paper it was in or digital site it was in. And then they had the clickbait picture of the swan boats. And I'm like, wait, that looks familiar. Oh, that's right, they got new swan boats at Lake Balboa, or Balboa Park. Lake Balboa? Wait, what is it called?
I don't know. I thought it was Balboa Park, but it might be different name. Different
There.
place.
Where you can get on the paddle boats. And the swans are really cool. I like them. And I'm like, wait a second. So we flipped through our pictures, and we noticed, it's like, oh my god, they used one of our video, a still from a video we had. And then I was like, oh my god. And then we started noticing that even though we weren't in record mode, this thing was recording anyway. Okay? You've seen it in the news already. What device was it? Do you remember? And it was recording when it was off.
It was this one.
No, but it was in, I know that, yes, but I mean, it was actually a news story.
Oh.
I had to look it up. I don't know. It could be all of them at this point. Who knows? And listening. And like, this has never been on the internet. Because that's what kind of activates that, supposedly. And the parole probation officer that we've been working with said they spiked it. We bought it refurbished. So whoever refurbished it made sure it was online. And, you know, like I said, chance and probability, they just kept planting stuff, and eventually we would hit upon something. And plus they're listening. They knew we were shopping for a new device. They knew where we frequented. It's So, you know, there's probably like maybe 50 different items, and they're hoping that we purchased one of them. And so you make it enticing. Here's a refurbished device. Let's put it on discount. Who doesn't like to get a discount? Money means something to everybody. Poor people, rich people, doesn't matter. Everybody likes to get a discount. So, you know, just be careful. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I know they're not happy with me saying this stuff, but, you know, too bad. You know, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going around doing this to people. Why should I just say, hey, yeah, destroy my life, live as a rich fat cat, and make me be your modern day slave, like Scheherazade or something? I have to keep telling a story to stay alive, right? I'm not interested in that. I never signed up for that. I never agreed to that. You never gave me anything but heartache and God knows what else, but we're discovering it more and more. So, I know, it's so fun, isn't it? Life is never boring for us. But, you know, guys, protect yourselves. I just gave you a whole bunch of things. Know thy enemy. And I know my enemy now. Once you know your enemy, you can do something about it. So, I think there's 6 or 7 parts to this, I don't know. Phases, I don't know what you want to call it. Know thy enemy. And I can go back here and I can list the behavioral things, the stalking, the mocking and putting it on colleagues, and those colleagues don't even really understand or know. Some of them did. We know. I'm sure they're so entertained. It was so funny. We exited once and they like saw me and they were like, what would you call it? Kind of stunned or
Starstruck.
Starstruck. It was really weird. I don't think I've ever seen these people.
Not until then, no.
Your dad and have you seen them?
Maybe once.
It's really weird. So yeah, that's my life. So that's why when I say, you know, beloveds, some of you were separated from me because we didn't want you caught up in this stuff, or we didn't want you being drug into it. We didn't want you to be their leverage against me, even if you didn't know. Some of you, we were like, my board's like, not good news there. We'll clean it all up after. Okay? And if you don't want to be my friend after that, I completely understand. It's your prerogative, and so it's my prerogative too. I had to do what I thought was best for me, and what I was thinking was hopefully best for you. Really, I don't want a lot of people to have flack from this. And, you know, some of the people I'm still, you know, connected with, you know, they know. They saw it happen. You can't bribe them enough, by the way, because, you know, in a court of law, they're not going to lie for you. You know, so you're wasting your money and time bribing them. You're just giving them, you know, free stuff. And they'll take it. But they ain't going to take it and stab me in the back like that. And the ones that do, well, I guess they're going to join you wherever you're going. That's just, you know, the way of it. So, you know, and plus I'm going to defend the ones who I know were cajoled and tricked. It's over, guys. So, know your enemy, know your friends. Look into that Selena, beautiful, beautiful girl, beautiful singer, beautiful talent, right? This stuff happens, people. As weird as it may sound, yeah, it's the evidence. It's the fact that we have jails filled with people for a reason, because they do stuff like this. And they do other stuff that I'm not even privy to or know about or have had experience in. You know, nobody's perfect, but why go to that extreme? Life is hard enough. Dance is hard enough. All of it's hard enough, you know. up on the positive note. And yes, beloved, again, I'm telling you, I will send you the paperwork to prove it if you need it, or have somebody we have commonality with send it to you, whatever. I'm not filing a complaint against you. You're actually on the protection list, please. Meaning, you know, I don't think it was like, you know, they've gone through enough. I don't think they're the ones who are harming me in this sense. They may have been manipulated. So, you know, just telling you what's that. And I didn't file anything against any teacher. But yeah, there's something funny going on. And I want to be kind of, you know, left alone. I want to help. I want to enjoy my time, whatever time that I do spend over there. I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I go because I still love people. I go because it's convenient. As much as there's a hardship, but I don't run away from hardships, obviously. I stand my ground and fight. Yeah, so just know that. Just know that. Don't you look cute? Oh my god, you're so cute. I loved your hair. I never even complimented the hair. Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
I never said anything, but I really actually liked it. But my bangs are in my face. It's so funny. My hair is growing so long. It's really kind of, I don't know what it's doing. It's raining again. So, you know, I got the Amazon jungle woman thing going on. Not Amazon, the company. I'm not even hint dropping. Okay. Enough of this. So, beloveds and beautifuls, protect yourselves. Don't let people do this crap to you. Stand up for it. And say you lose a skirmish, there'll be another way, another day that you can fight back and get them. You know what I mean? We have a lot of that going on too. Get them in trouble. Yeah, I've had people try to get me in trouble and I was innocent. I'm like, okay, that crap's gonna stop. You know? It's like, wait, you're stealing my work. And then you're trying to make me look like the evil one? I didn't do nothing to you. I'm trying to get you to stop. Not gonna work. Anyway, beautifuls and beloveds, take care. Be safe. If you see anything funny, document it. Get a body cam. Protect yourself. Know the laws in your states of what you can do and what you can't do. We have law enforcement and attorneys and etc. Help us so we can be safe but legal. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm sure I'll think of something. Oh, and let me remind you, because I wrote myself a note too. I'm going to be doing videos on artificial intelligence and left and right brain. I know there's plenty of videos out there. You don't know what I'm going to say. Hopefully it'll contribute to a new point of view. Wait. Look at us. Aren't we cute? My blonde husband, and yes, red hair. It's a little faded.
15 seconds.
Oh, okay. Bye.